Hello and welcome back to GamePass Games in 30. Today we are playing, our last game of recording for today is Medieval Dynasty. Now, I'll just preference this by saying I've watched some people play a lot of... I've watched a YouTube group that I watch a lot play some Medieval Dynasty. I've played a little bit of myself, as you'll see from loading. Played a little bit of myself. I've not played too much. But we will jump in. So, for those who don't know how this game works, how Game Pass Games in 30 works precisely. So, when I click New Game, we'll see if there's a cutscene, which I don't think there is, but there might be. Once the cutscene is over, and the game actually starts, we'll start a 30-minute timer on my phone. Once that 30-minute timer is up, we will. Once that 30-minute timer is up, we'll declare whether or not we're going to continue playing this game. Now, I know what type of game this is, and it's not really got like a natural end stopping point, which I like myself games that have like a natural end like story to tell. And Medieval Dynasty is not one of them games, so I don't think we're going to continue that. But it's a fun game. If you haven't tried it before, if you haven't played it before, if you are new to this style of game, it's kind of like a town building simulator. You build a town, you gather crops, there's like a natural cycle. So some plants only work during winter, so when you get into the autumn you can't have them. Same with fall and summer. When you get into the winter you have to get more like clothes, stuff like that. But you'll see more when we get into it. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in. New game, the Valley, because it's the mode that follows the single player only. Customized games. So this is where you can customize your stuff. So length of season. So you can see how many days. You can have up to 30 days before length of season. I'm going to have it on like 3. Difficulty easy. Taxes none. We don't have any taxes. Building limit 100%. Events, randoms, remote storage access, yes. And we're not going to have unlimited HP. This player currently won't suffer from hunger or not eating. If checked, the player character won't suffer from hunger, starving or death otherwise. Ultimate carry weight, no. So yeah, we'll have food needed as like 10%. We'll have water needed at like 10%. We'll have them all at 10%. Bandits off. Bandits health. Bandits on, but we'll just have bandits health really low, so we can just kill them super quick when we do get in front of them. Poisoning, temperature, fast crafting, fast building, XP gain multiplier. We'll have that at like the high. We'll have that at like the highest, just so we can show you some of the cool stuff. Technological gain. Armor durability loss, none. Tool and weapon durability loss, none. Dynasty gain multiplier. Reputation gain multiplier. Again, 1000%. We'll have that at max. Yeah. That game. Oh, there's a cutscene. Ooh, let's go.
I used to have a simple life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. Then, the war came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
yeah, we've made it a little bit easier for ourselves, just so we can show you some stuff and how stuff works. But yeah, basically, we're about to go into Medieval Dynasty. Drop things on the ground. Yeah. You can't fall asleep. If you can't fall asleep at night, you better prepare more than one torch. I don't think we've got any durability, so everything that we make will be with us forever, which is always fucking great. Yeah, starting the life. So basically, we're in this world. We get to pick up stuff, collecting sticks, for example. Right, we get to collect sticks. Get to there'll be rocks as well, like tiny rocks we can pick up. Classic survival stuff. That would be twigs. Sticks we can just take off the floor. And then we get like into all of this stuff. So there's all of these different things. So this is my inventory. This is what I have. I have sticks. I have a simple torch. I have basic clothes on, so on and so forth. I haven't got any armor. Then you've got skills. Now these are your skill trees. So this is all about exploration. So you get 5% more for exploration activities, stuff like that, digging, shopping. This is all hunting, so this is 5% more XP while gaining hunting activities, so killing animals, so on and so forth. You also tell your combat and skinning animals, there you go, so that's how you level that up. This is farming, so this skills are farming and breeding animals. The skill tree determines your proficiency on fletching and trading. This is on survival gathering, so that's fishing, stuff like that. And this is for crafting and cooking. You got your journey, which is your quests. You got your map, which is where you are on the world, and all of these like named cities all have the big areas on, so nice places. Management. This is when we get an area, we can check things, check items and stuff. This is the technology screen. So if let's say you want to get into building technology, right? So you could build a well, for example. You need 20 points of you need points and stuff. So we've got 7 points in this already for gathering stuff. So that'll be like gathering stuff, so on and so forth, and we could build stuff. But so once you've unlocked it, you have to spend silver on unlocking things. So I'll be like, my first normal thing is workshop, and we get like wooden bowls and stuff. But yeah, let's get some more sticks. There's some stuff we want to build. That's leveled up Survivor. So now if I go to skills, I've got Survivor, which I have a point in. Survival knowledge will gives us more XP for survival techniques. So that's like picking shit up and so on. And now I'll get a 5% increase on XP for picking stuff up. It'll tell you when things are discovered in the bottom corner as well. I don't know if we can. I don't know how. I'm trying to think of how you do this. This is your handcrafting, your creative materials. This is handcraft. This is stuff you can craft in your inventory. Not enough resources. So these are all makeable. But if you go to some things like this in here, these are all locked, which means you have to do a certain thing to be able to unlock them. We want to build ourselves a hammer. Is a really cool tool to start off with, as well as like basically all of these things we want at least one of. This is probably the first thing we want. So we want a log. We want really 2 stone is the first point of call. Yeah, this is what these stones look like you can pick up. Right. Yeah, let's craft us a axe. See, it's in the middle. It says crafting. Ta-da! A wood shop. So you see the technology. We have the ability to make a wood shop. We got a workplace we can build. So now in here we can spend gold or silver, should I say, on these specific things to make. Now I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would you want to make wooden ladles, right? but it's all for gaining money, right? I also need to start the fucking timer, but we can have a little bit longer on this because it's a good game. So basically, if you was to go, okay, wooden ladles, you can then basically, it's going to cost you 15 coins or whatever to get wooden ladles. But each time you sell a wooden ladle, it's going to cost you 10 coins to sell it. But a wooden ladle is only one stick. So every time you pick up a stick, you basically get yourself a coin. Right? That's a coin worth of profit because you can make it into a wooden ladle. But it's also leveling up your crafting, so you can make better shit. Right? So, and you can also put stuff on like constant use. Yeah, this is my equipment. This is my equipment section. I don't know if there's a way to get your wheel up. I'm pretty certain. But yeah, so this is for stuff like this. So yeah, we can. So these let people here. These will sell you stuff. There's kids. There's a main story quest which we have to go and do. Because basically at the moment we don't have permission to build. At the moment, we want to get to a point where we've got permission to build. We're just gonna spam through dialogue until it stopped moving. So there you go. Quest done. Now we need to pick up beginning chapter. Pick up 10 sticks and 2 stones. It's gonna probably ask me to make an axe. Diplomacy. So now we've got a skill for diplomacy. Again, my first point of call is always the knowledge one. It makes your diplomacy and your crafting and stuff level up quicker, basically. I'm looking for 2 stones. Here we go. Stone. That's going to ask me to make a wooden hammer and cut down 3 trees. Okay, so we can make a wooden hammer, but we need to cut down trees first. So cutting down trees. Yes. Then you'll see it actually cut down. Right? And then when it's cut down, when it's on the floor, you have to chop it again. That'll take all the leaves off and you'll get feathers and sticks. Chop it again and that'll break it down into its smaller components. Then you can start picking up the logs. Right? So now I can, yeah, I've got another level in this, so whack that in there. So now I've got 10% increase. And we'll whack this in the experience knowledge, and I think we have another one in the skill one, so we've got 3 in there. Now we're getting a 15% more experience from any survival activity. Right. Again, that'll get you all the logs and sticks and stuff, and then you'll get to break the logs, and then you'll pick up the individual logs. And now we've got wheat, it says. Straw, sorry, not wheat, we want straw. Well, actually, first, we could build a handcrafted wooden hammer. I've got a technology we can unlock. We've got a technology we've been given, which is a well. We can now make a well. Right? And we've got a workshop we can now make. I want to get to a point where I can show you guys like how crafting and stuff works. For research storage. Now we've got research storage, so we can now get sitting stumps, long stick fences, and stick gates. I've also come across these like turned over things, and sometimes they'll have cool stuff on them. This is how we've got wheat. So when it comes to straw, normally straw is found like on the right near water. See if I can find any. Keeping my eye on both sides of the water, hoping that I can find some. There it is. See that there? That's straw. Also, you can get stinky in this game, so you can drink from the lakes and bathe in stuff. You need to bathe because you get stinky. But yeah, this is straw here. Now we've got some skills to add on, some survival skills, a point in survival skills. So now we've got more temperature tolerance. So more tolerant towards temperature increases. You'll also see now that in the bottom corner there's a little weight symbol. That's how much I can carry before I will start like walking slowly and so on. So yeah, build our first house. So how we build houses first. First, we need to get our is it this? Oh, yeah. We need to add. Go to inventory. We need to go to this. We need to add this to a slot so that we can get our hammer out. Right. Now we're in this. We can add a thing called building mode. Building mode. Then we can create menu, buildings, house. Let's go for a small wooden house. We can plop that down anyway. We're going to plop it here. This works because when you go over to it, it'll tell you what you need for this part. So I need 2 stone, I think. 10 stones. Yeah, we do that. We can also have a look while we're here how we build one of these. We need 4 stone. Okay. Let's get ourselves 4 stone. Right. Also, these like mushrooms on the floor. Got myself 4 stone. I know you're thinking, well, you're getting 4 stone when you need to get 20. Why are you wasting 4 stone? But once I get these stones, I won't need. I can get basically a lot more quickly. Now we'll in. Oh, we need to go to here, add, and then go over to technology. We can now build more houses. Now the house stuff is really good because it gives you potions. I think it's potions. Hobbyist house. These are things we can instantly make. So we can now definitely make a workshop, for example, right? Let's get the axe out. Now we can go to these stones and we can turn those stones break. Yeah, I can't. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe it's a specific looking colour stone that we can do. Pretty certain that there's like stones that we could smash with this. No, probably because we're in a is it like a close to a town range? Is that what the problem is? Too close to a town? Is that a problem? Okay, let's hammer out. You can see that we're walking a lot slower than we were last time we were out because we're full on stones now. But we have see that it starts to like go green, and that means it's getting close to the end, and then that'll be the floor. And now we start knocking this in, and this will be the logs. Right. Yeah, so we need a load of logs. So let's start just chopping shit down, shall we? Or we can. Can even I think you can even chop the stumps down if I remember correctly. No, you have to dig up the stumps. Now, the reason you dig up the stumps is because I'm pretty certain that after the I think it's after a whole full year, any places that still have stumps in will regrow. Also, if you would have been playing this like normal with the durability on, you would have definitely have to have made another axe by now. You can see what I need. It shows you if you got to do each individual wall now. So on that wall, that makes that wall done. 4 on that wall, done. Done and done. Now we need to get straw at some point. I know we're going to need straw. So drink of water. I don't think you get like I don't think like in these some sort of these survival games you can get like dysentery and stuff if you drink dirty water. I don't think that's a thing in this. Plank. How do I get planks now? I forgot how you get planks. How do you get planks? That is a question. More logs. Birch trees. That's the other thing is unlike Minecraft is the one that I'm going to bring up. The all the trees make the same color, so it's not like you're going to get it's not like using two different of these. You're going to get two different colored sets of wood. They're all going to make the same wood because it's logs. It's not specific type of logs. So you haven't got to think, oh, I can't do birch because I've been using maple. The only thing maple does give you is it gives you more logs. So you can, as you can see, I'm only getting 2 logs per birch, but if I use a maple, I should be getting like 4 logs out of it. So it's better to use maple. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 logs out of a maple. I want to at least build something in the like 15 minutes we've got left. One, another 2 walls finished, and then we have to go back and chop some more trees down. Yeah, okay, we can at least get maybe 2 more walls done. 4 per wall, right? We've got enough for at least this wall, so we can do another wall. We can maybe do one on this wall, so we need 3 more for that wall. Perfect. Back to chopping. Chop this one down. It's right next to our house. Our first building we're chopping down. Or we're making, should I say, not chopping down. First building make of the session. It is maple. Huh? Bam. How do we make planks? That's the big question now. Where do we do planks? Unless I've put the wrong house down. You know what I mean? Unless I've built the wrong house, because yeah, I was supposed to put this one down. Don't know if we're going to be able to build another building now. We want this one. Why can't I use this on these? It's annoying. Not 90% certain I could use. Oh, also, we've got like a bunch of stuff that we've unlocked because of our. Find extra stuff for digging clay. I knew there was something wrong because I was like, I'm pretty certain you don't have to be able to make a wooden thing to be able to get clay. Also, should have the inventory to. I think I need 9. But yes, you'd build like a repair. You'd build like a product station, and that will give you your ability to make like spatulas and stuff, which will get you money because you'll be able to sell your ladles at the shop. Obviously, the more complex the build, the more gold you get, the more silver you get for it, and you need silver to be able to get new recipes. But we're gonna try our best to build this house. A, because I want to have something built by the end of this video. B, because I would like to be able to show you like me storing stuff as well, because I think each house comes with its own storage device as well. I'm pretty certain. Need very minimal. Just need logs. We should be able to make actually. Let's go and cut down a few. Come back, and then we should be able to finish off all the walls, and maybe even some of the roof. Also, leveling up like this, it's fun because you are leveling up like fucking crazy. Downside is that you're leveling up so fast that can't really keep up with your levels. Yeah, that's all the outside done. Yeah, so I'll give you some recommendations of what I would do. Obviously, we're not going to probably get to a point to build these things in this half an hour, but I'll give you recommendations of what I would do next. Now that well, once we've built this though, because we'll definitely be able to build this house. 100% we'll be able to build the house. Let's see what we can build. And I thought would have definitely built the house and maybe even got onto the second project if I would have built the right house. But I didn't. I was an idiot. I built the wrong house. Make sure when you first get on this game, if you are gonna attempt to play this, to build the right house, because you're gonna waste you're gonna waste loads of materials trying to build the wrong house. But you're not even gonna be able to try and build the house that I tried to build. Because you're gonna go building a house and you want this one down here. You want the simple wallet house. Because I tried to do the plank one, but we don't have the ability to make planks yet. Right. House done. So we've got a simple fireplace, and we have a simple chest. Now what we can do is we can take all the stuff that we're not using at the moment, aka the things, these meats and stuff, whack them all in there. Right, you see? Like coins as well, we could technically whack coins in there. We're not going to whack coins in there because I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this. So we're going to go to technology, we're going to go to crafting, we're going to buy the wooden ladle. Coins means we now have 0 coins on us. Right? Sounds stupid. I know. I get it. I get it. It sounds ridiculous. Why would you want to? Why would you want to not have any coins, especially when you've just started? You need your coins, right? First we'll go to sleep. I'll show you what that looks like, so you can sleep. Next day. Go down. The screen fades to black. Wake up, and it's the next morning. I don't need my torch on anymore. I can keep taking it out. It's infinite torch, so that's fine. So yeah, so it wants us to make a wooden spear, which is over here somewhere. A wooden spear, which is a log. It wants us to make a wooden knife, so on and so forth, and survive for a season, right? And trap a rabbit, make a rabbit trap, like that. So what my actual next point of call would be if I was to continue playing this game, which we're just out of the time, so we can't really continue. We'd go to buildings. We'd go to production. We'd build a workshop. This is the next thing we'd want 100% build if we was playing this game. I want to build it as close by as possible. We'll build it like here. Do we just do it? Do we just fuck it and do it and just like add the time on because we messed up ourselves? Yeah, you know what? We're going to add the time on because we messed up ourselves. I also do really like this game. So Not really much of a choice. I do enjoy playing this game, so we're gonna just do it for this game, so I can show you what I was talking about. And then once I've done this, if you are gonna play the game, I'll leave the rest up to you to figure out where you'd go next and so on and so forth. Build your own path, because that's the great thing about this game is it's all about figuring out your own path. You've got to also go to places and bring people back, because you can have people do specific jobs. You're like, "Oh, I don't want to keep fucking making planks." You can have someone come into your world and make planks for you. You haven't got to make planks yourself. You can just have them make them for you. Yeah. Building this. 8 logs. Can do. Also, the other great thing is when you make something like this, it will say like get 8 logs, for example, right? You, rather than trying to figure out how many logs you have, if you when you pick them up, it will start counting in the top corner, and then when you chop it back again, right? I think if I'm correct, I might be wrong with this. I think the yellow number is how many you have in total, right? And the white number is how many you've picked up like consecutively in that turn. We have 8 in total, but I've picked up 4 in that one go. Is basically how it works. Yeah, this is what I'll do for some cash for some more things. Make yourself a workshop. I need straw and logs. Pretty certain that's it. We're gonna go and get we're gonna go have a bath. We don't need to. There's no. Get up to 20. You can see we've got a little stinky nose next to our name as well. That's because we're smelly. Get in the water. Smelly goes away. Drink to fill up our water, even though we've just drank in the same place we got rid of our stink. But yes, keeping count, not me. Then we can count how many we need. 2, 8, we need 10. Okay, we can get 10. And 10. Exactly the amount we need. I just want to get this done so I can show you the next step of what I would do if I was continuing to play this game. Like off stream, because again I might even save this game and not delete, because normally once I've completed a game I will delete it off my hard drive. I might not delete this because I do really genuinely enjoy this game. Fun game, but there's no like, I don't think there's like an end game. You can kind of just keep going even when you completed the story. You can just keep going. That's why we're not playing it on recording. That's why we're not gonna like record the whole game, because I like to play games that have a story to them. There's definitely a story to this, because you can see there's chapters 1, there's chapters 2, there's chapters 3. So I might actually end up putting this on the list, because why not? It's about games I want to continue playing, and this is definitely one of them. Yeah, this is what I would do. Then I would go to this, make this done, right? Then when you go to this, you can make ladles, right? You can see you can make wooden ladles, right? So I would craft more. I would set myself to craft like 50. Let's do 40, right? Then you just leave the timer on and you wait a minute and 18 seconds and you'll have 40 ladles, right? Sounds stupid, but each ladle sells for 1 coin, right? So now what I've done is I've spent 50 coins to be able to make ladles, which only uses sticks, and sticks are, you get abundance of sticks. Every time you cut down a tree, you get about 5 sticks. And then there's sticks just on the floor around, right? and then I could go to a shop in the main city and just sell these ladles for a coin each, and then I've made 40 coins off a 50 coin venture. All I need to do is make another 11 coins, and I've made 1 coin more than I've spent on the ladles. And that's how I normally do it. I have to earn the money back that I spent on that coin. So if I spend 50 coins on ladles, I have to then use enough sticks to earn at least 50 coins back so that I can spend another one, and that's profit to me. I've only spent 50 coins that I've earned from quests on 2 blueprints then. Right? I'll try and show you how to sell them as well, so you can see that process, and then that will be the end of the video once I've sold them. And you know what? Screw it. Because of the fact that I'm a big fan of this game, I love these style of games. We're gonna add it to the list. It's gonna be added to the games we continue list because we're trying to kid. Okay. Yeah. Then you can use this, and you can store. What I normally store in here is stuff for crafting. So I'll throw sticks in. I'll throw stones in. I'll throw wheat in. I'll throw feathers in. Right, I'll throw all this stuff in that's built for crafting. And then when we get to the point where we're individually doing stuff, you can change the individual stuff. So yeah, we've got crafting, we've got some levels to add in. Add this in for the temperature, add this in for the temperature. So now we've got 6% temperature tolerance. A high poison resistance. Get the next level. Crafting knowledge. 10% experience gain from using sewing hut on the workspace. Right. We can add a kitchen as well now. And a smithy, which is a fucking great thing to have. Yeah, we're gonna run back to the town we were in. Right. Literally, I think just down here, if I remember correctly. Yes, it's literally just down this path. And we've got a story quest to talk to the Brong Da, but we're not going to do that. We're going to find ourselves someone using our insight, which is this button here, which shows us things. Get to upgrade further into the game. We're going to use our insight to find someone to sell to. Right? We're going to sell our wooden ladles, so I can show you that process. Once we've seen that process, we will be ending today's video. This game will be going on the list of games we're going to finish. And yeah, because again, I'm trying to kid myself and be like, nah, I'm not going to add it to the list because it's going to be long, it's going to take a long time to complete and stuff. But who cares? I'm the one playing them. I'm the one that enjoys the games that I'm playing. I started this channel for stuff that I want to play. So why would I not continue down that path? So we're going to continue down that path. Which is the same reason, as I said in the I think like 2 videos ago, we are going to start a live stream channel where we just live stream. There's not going to be any recordings on that. Obviously, the live streams will be recorded. So yeah, we need to find someone who sells stuff. I don't know if it's you need a specific person. You just need someone with a bag, I think. This guy.
Hello, traveler.
Some more wares. So this is our guy. So yeah, we can go wooden ladles. Press on them. Right. Sell all 40 gold. And that literally took me what, 1 minute and 15 seconds, and I've got 40 gold, 40 silver. Then you'd go to technology, go to workshops, and all you need, right, is enough. You need what? So 5 more ladles. Oh no, 10 more ladles, right? And then I could go and get wooden spoons instead. And my plan would be, if I was to play this game, which I am going to play this game, is to unlock everything. I want to unlock every single schematic for every single thing, and I want to max it out. That'd be the plan. And we'd have it on this sort of range, so it wouldn't be too hard to do. We'd have it on the highest XP gain, so on and so forth. So yeah, it wouldn't be too hard. But yeah, thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with what will be a Creatures of Ava Part 10. So I'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye.